What are we talking about?
Let's see. So let's talk about The Nanny, starring Fran Drescher.
Let's not.
No? Okay, great. All right.
No, the only thing I remember about The Nanny was like, oh, I bet that show looks really funny. And then I think I tried to watch it, and her voice is a level of annoying and grating that only a chalkboard and nails can supersede.
But that's part of the charm, Jacob. That's part of the charm of the show, is that
I already have ear-ringing problems. Yeah, I'll be skipping that one. But if you're finding some joy in it, I'm not going to insult you.
We're not here to take joy away from people.
Yeah, if it makes you happy, do you.
What's interesting about it, so we started watching it because it's on HBO Max, and it was like, we need after the serious show, we need a palate cleansing. If I fall asleep on the couch to this show, I don't miss anything.
It's a shame that you have to pay extra to get a lighthearted, funny show now. Like all of the shows by default are like so depressing.
Yeah. So and there aren't a lot of
it's not a lot of levity. Yeah.
There's not a lot of current palate cleansing shows. But then there's also something to be said about, if it is a current show, I want to be awake for it. But if it's The Nanny, or if I'm rewatching Parks and Rec, or if I'm rewatching Schitt's Creek, then I can nod off for 15 of the 23 minutes, and I don't feel bad. And then the episode's over, I hear the music, and then I'm like, oh, time to walk the dog and go to bed. So that's how The Nanny has happened to me. And
I can't believe you can fall asleep with that voice in the background, but hey,
it's just interesting to me how this late 90s 3-camera sitcom is so much more like live theater than a single cam show. If this is the spectrum, theater single cam show, that 3-camera is over here.
Yeah.
It's just it's crazy, man. There's so much and here's a joke to the audience.
Speaking of 3-camera shows, did you see the new Jamie Foxx 3-camera show on Netflix?
No, I saw that it exists, but I haven't watched it yet. Is it good? Have you checked it out?
It's a little awkward. They're playing to the audience like a little too soon. They're not. I don't know. It's
the
they're
rhythm
not
isn't
taking
there?
the time to build up the characters or anything. They're just hi, winky wink. That's okay.
Right.
What about what's going on here? What's the story? Hold on a second. I feel like it's going to have a lot of comedy and stuff in it, but it feels like they're really trying real hard. And
right.
I'm hopeful. I hope it's funny, but I don't know if I'm going to give it another shot. I think we got about 15 minutes into the first episode, and we're like, this is...
Right.
We both agreed this is trying too hard, but there were some moments that were funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like Seinfeld, what you're describing with the Jamie Foxx show, what I'm describing with The Nanny is probably more true to form for the 3-cam show, or to maybe what it was originally. Seinfeld also being a 3-camera show, but if Seinfeld were made today, it would be a single cam 100%.
Yeah.
So I feel like it broke the form and maybe makes everything after it feel disingenuous, maybe.
Because how did it break
because it's not played out to the audience for laughs. The laughs are between the characters, and it's very much what's happening between the characters right then and there. And it's not all wink wink nudge nudge the way that other stuff is. And even I don't know. I could be wrong.
That just fell off a cliff. Our one viewer just left.
Yeah. Yes. Goodbye.
Thanks for joining. I hope you hit the like button on your way out. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Seinfeld,
well, I thought you were gonna have a punchline, a joke coming.
Nope. It was really. Just did Seinfeld break the 3-camera show?
Maybe, yeah, because that's kind of what I remember of it. And I remember Friends. In Friends, they didn't play to the camera.
True. Yeah, they didn't play to the camera. It was all interpersonal stuff.
So part of my experience watching 3-camera shows growing up was not a lot of, hey, wink. There wasn't a lot, except for maybe Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had a bit of it.
Yeah. Big Bang Theory. Do they do that much? I feel like I haven't watched a whole lot of it, but I don't feel like they do a lot of to the audience kind of stuff.
I have a hard time watching Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't. It's
all right.
I don't understand why
A hot
I don't
girl would
understand
hang
how
out with
you
a
can
bunch of
take
nerds.
yeah, I don't understand how you can take a show like that and it just feels so stereotypical. Okay, let's have stereotypical nerds make stereotypical nerd jokes and everybody will love it. And it's just like I like anytime you put somebody in like a very stereotypical box, it bothers me. And maybe it's because
See, I feel like that's what 3-camera shows do. I feel like that's part of it. Like
maybe
Steve Urkel was the nerd. What was the Olsen twins were the cute ones, even though they were one character. Uncle Jesse was the cool one. Uncle Joey was the funny one.
Yeah, and that's to me that's how much storytelling has evolved though. We expect a deeper layer of character now. Like it can't just be a stereotypical thing. Yeah.
So in a world where 3-camera is closer to theater, then it kind of lives more in that like giant, broad, like almost caricature type characters.
Right. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Maybe that's why
a 3-camera doesn't work anymore. Is because like if you are watching a 3-camera, you have to think of it through the filter of I'm watching a theatrical production as opposed to I'm watching a realistic show, because single cam can do real